How much should I spend on audio gear is a question that I get sometimes, and I wanted to make this video because many people that I met just want to splurge and get an SM7B or a Neumann or something like this. And after years of trying out different microphones of every price range, I want to tell you that what you should spend on microphones or on audio is only as much as you can very comfortably afford. This might seem a little weird, maybe, but it is very true. The world of audio suffers from diminishing returns very quickly. Microphones above $100 don't get exponentially better the more you pay. They get slightly better or even just different the more you pay. There's plenty of money to pay for the company's brand, like Neumann microphones, for example. Yes, they sound great. Yes, they're probably the best in class, but you're paying at least 50% of the price of the microphone just so you can say that you have a Neumann or you're using a Neumann. And for some people, that's worth it. For people who own studios, for people who get really expensive or fancy clients, that just may be worth it. But for the everyday Joe, for you as a person at home, you don't need to spend that much. So how much should you spend? Well, if you do small YouTube content like I do myself, I think you'll be way more than comfortable enough using a Samson Q2U, a Fifine AM8, or if you want a condenser sound, you can get a Blue Ember and a Behringer interface. That's probably going to be less than $100 total, and I would more than happily recommend these to at least 99% of people. If you want to do something a bit more professional, a bit more voiceovers for videos, projects, etc., I can highly recommend something like the LCT 440 or the NT1. Those would run you about $200 to $250. Now, I think that is enough for 99.999% of people, at least. And if you're in that remaining bit, you're probably not watching this video, so there's almost no point in mentioning it. What I'm trying to say is that price does not equal quality in the world of audio. Yes, if you cheap out so much, you are going to get garbage, but if you pay an extensive amount, that also doesn't mean that you're going to get the best in class all the time. I mean, if you splurge really high, I mean thousands of dollars, yes, you're going to get the best in class, but the difference is probably going to start feeling a bit more negligible than you would like for your investment. So in conclusion, if you can afford it, go ahead and splurge and get yourself an SM7B, get yourself a Cloudlifter, get yourself a Go XLR, doesn't really matter. But if you're on a budget, do not feel the urge, do not feel the need to spend a lot of money on audio. Remember that nowadays, the amount of tech that we can put into DAWs or into softwares, into post-production, is more than anyone could possibly have imagined 50-40 years ago. You can do a lot with this stuff, but you also would need to learn. So learn about what you're getting, know what you're getting, and don't overinvest, because it's probably going to be enough for you to spend half as much as you think you should spend. I hope this video doesn't get misinterpreted, and I hope that you have a very nice day.